I told you, I told everyone in 2 videos that my wild card picks were gonna hit. And no, I was not confident at all that these were gonna hit, and almost to perfection, almost chef's kiss about it, because I hit on all my wild card picks. I am perfect right now, and yes, I'm gloating a little bit. I'm feeling good. Am I not allowed to feel good about this? Because for once in my life, it's been 4 years. I do a bracket every year. It's been 4 years since I got all of them hit. Every year, 1 or 2 have absolutely destroyed my bracket. And going into the divisional, y'all already know what my picks are. I already posted them. I'm going to just recap almost quickly every single game. Some teams that lost are going to get their own videos talking about what happened. I've already done 2 with the Chargers, who didn't even make the playoffs, and the Cowboys just got one, and then I will probably do one on the Colts. And then as well, the Steelers, I have already given a video on how they should get Kenny Pickett, but I'll do another one if I need to. But with that being said, let's go through every single wild card game and just a quick recap of what happened and where my picks kind of landed and how I feel. And I'll tell you right now, I feel good, because for once, I'm not stressing about my own team. Now, the Seahawks did fire Ken Norton, so thank goodness. Now Pete's just got to go. It's going to be harder than most people realize to get Pete to move off. With that being said as well, there's a lot of coaching openings. I'm definitely going to do, probably tomorrow, you're going to see my coaching kind of tier list or rankings of what are the best available options right now. Not really candidate-wise, but like what are the best openings, what are the best, easiest rebuilds or biggest challenges as a franchise. And easily the Texans are probably going to be at the bottom of the list, but they might hire Flores as their head coach just because of the Patriots connection, which would be a great hire. I'm getting off track. First things first, first game that we watched, Bengals versus the Raiders, which ended up being the best game in my opinion, and it was the one I went back and forth with. There was a lot of parts of me telling me that the Raiders, it's just a Bengals loss. This is just what the Bengals do. They haven't had a playoff win in 31 years, but Joe Burrow is different, man. He does things differently. Everywhere he goes is just different, and the Bengals curse can't even stop Joe Burrow. He played fantastic. Whatever your opinion is on that call, he would have made that throw, and I don't think the corner would have made a play even if the whistle was played out. I think that was a wide open touchdown. Great throw. At the end of the day, the Raiders had an opportunity. Derek Carr throws a pick. Derek Carr had a fantastic season. He should definitely go to a team that will either elevate his talents or give him a better opportunity, or get a really good head coach in Jim Harbaugh. If I'm the Raiders, I give him not a 10 million 10-year extension, but I would definitely go and try to get Jim Harbaugh. He was a former assistant with your staff way back in the day. I would definitely try to go get him. He is clearly shown to rebuild defenses, and that's the Raiders' biggest problem right now. They have the offensive weapons. They definitely need to work the wide receiver room. Go get a Jamison Williams. Go get a Treylon Burks, someone that he could throw it up to other than Darren Waller. They have the inside of the field all figured out, but Deshaun Jackson's not going to be the answer. They have a good running team, good running back in Josh Jacobs, not to mention their offensive line needs a little bit of work, and they have the answer at quarterback. That's an easier rebuild. Joe Burrow moves on to the Titans, where I think the Titans beat them. If you want to see my explanation, go watch that video, as I said before. Bills versus Patriots. Now, this is the one I probably got the most wrong when it comes to my predictions. Bills dominated. I didn't think Mac Jones was up to the par, and I think a lot of people are overrating the cold weather game with Bill Belichick always running the ball. This was a cold weather game, but this wasn't a windy. We saw Josh Allen take some Viagra and play some fantastic football, throwing 5 touchdowns, showing a beatdown on the Patriots, embarrassing them. And this is what the Patriots are going to be. Truth be told, the Patriots are going to have a Spurs-like downfall. They're going to get to the playoffs. They're going to have these great seasons, but they're not going to be good enough to make the championship. And that's how these great dynasties usually fall. It's a graceful, slow fall back into irrelevance. And I don't think the Patriots are going to be this dominant force. I think Mac Jones may have hit a ceiling. I don't see him getting that much better as a quarterback. He has physical limitations. He's not as mobile as people hope, and he doesn't have the arm to stretch the field downfield. So I don't think the Patriots are going to get that much better. with that being said, we're going to move on to the next game. And I'm struggling to remember what was the next game. Oh, it was the Buccaneers versus the Eagles. Didn't watch. Did not watch. Did not care. And I did mix up the order. I was going to go by television order, but I'm just going off of what game pops up first. Jalen Hurts gets better in every year. He is going to find a limit, and I think he just can't process defenses as quickly as people hope. And if I'm the Eagles, I really evaluate him at quarterback. A lot of people are saying don't overreact to one game. But at what point do you really think Jalen Hurts and his inability to read a defense and his running game, is that a long-term solution for the Eagles, or do they need to upgrade at quarterback? And I love Jalen Hurts. I'm a big supporter, but I do know when a quarterback is in a relatively decent situation. Jalen Hurts does get better in every game, but what is his limit? I don't see him as a limitless quarterback. There's got to be a cap to him, and I don't think he could get to a Lamar Jackson level as a running quarterback. And he's definitely more of a running quarterback than a quarterback that can run. And there's a big difference between the two. Jalen Hurts, I think they got into the playoffs, they squeaked by, and I don't think that they can't reach that peak again with how old that roster is overall, especially on that offensive line. Nick Sirianni, credit to you for getting there, but the Bucs are a powerhouse. There was no real chance for them to win that game. Moving on, Steelers versus the Chiefs. A game that I thought was going to be close for the first half, and I was correct. It was close for the most part until the Chiefs started to pull away, and man, the gadget plays they have in the red zone is ridiculous. It's unstoppable, and if you want to stop the Chiefs, you got to get them 3 and out or early, because geez, in that red zone, I don't see a team stopping them. TJ Watt is your defense player of the year, and he showed why. And the Steelers showed why Kenny Pickett is their answer. Kenny Pickett could be a plug and play, and I think he would take the Steelers potentially to the playoffs his first year because of all the weapons they have, and he can move around, and you just have to rebuild that defensive line a little bit as their defensive line getting a little bit older with Cameron Hayward, Stephon Tuitt, but not to mention their offensive line needs a lot of work. They have a lot of pieces on that defense, and they could be really good, and Mike Tomlin's a great coach, but figure out the quarterback position early. Dwayne Haskins not the answer. Mason Rudolph's definitely not the answer. Steelers, you have to get a new guy in the chair. And they know it because Ben Roethlisberger is retired. Congratulations for a great career. That's all I have to say about Big Ben. Not a big fan of him. The other games we got to look at. Cowboys 49ers, and another fantastic game. I made a whole video about it. If you want to go see it, go watch that video. Cowboys, you're frauds. I knew you were frauds. You're more finesse than power. Great win by 49ers. Great game plan by the 49ers. Fantastic. I have nothing else to say about that game because you ran a QB draw with 14 seconds left and no timeout. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Mike McCarthy, you limit your team. I've never seen a head coach limit a team more unless your name is Brandon Staley. Moving on. We'll talk about the Rams and Cardinals game. Last night's game, one of the biggest games of the year. Monday Night Football. And Cliff Kingsbury is not a head coach viable enough to win a Super Bowl or make it far into the playoffs. They needed to get a 1 or 2 seed to make this a better matchup for them. Being at the Rams, they choked it towards the end of the season. Kyler Murray did not step up to the plate, and he showed some leadership qualities that were non-existent. He didn't really seem very interested once the game was down. He seemed frustrated. He seemed just not very involved in the game, and he made some terrible throws, and he showed why I believe Joe Burrow is better than Kyler Murray right now. Kyler Murray has all the qualities and tools to be able to be a great quarterback, but there's just something missing where he doesn't seem that much. He's not much of a leader, it shows on the sidelines. He was just moping a lot, and he just wasn't very much excited or trying to rebound his team. He just accepted that they were down 21 and just moped on the sidelines. That's what I got from that game mostly, and my Rams pick is looking really good right now. I think they can beat the Buccaneers, but with Tristan Wirfs being out, that could be a huge problem with the Bucs, and I think the Packers will beat the 49ers. We are in for a fantastic divisional game. If you want to hear my quick picks real quick before I end the video, you got Titans versus Bengals. I got the Titans winning that game. Chiefs versus the Bills. I got the Bills beating the Chiefs. I got the Packers beating the 49ers, and then I got the Bucs versus the Rams. I got the Rams beating the Bucs and taking down Tom Brady. They're going to make Tom Brady very uncomfortable. I think this is the team of destiny, and I didn't see a lot of people going with Bills, Rams. I'm feeling pretty good after my wild card predictions, and if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'm making content as much as I can. It's the first day of school. I'm having a great day. Let me know how your day is going, and go check out my other socials. Have a wonderful day. See ya.